IRS Form W-9 for your solo 401k plan. Hey everyone, Adam Bergman here, tax attorney, founder of IRA Financial. Today's AdBits, Form W-9, what it's for, what it does, and how to complete it for your solo 401k plan. So this is the second part of a two-part series on completing the W-9. Last week's AdBits podcast / video on YouTube referred to completing the W-9 form for your self-directed IRA and your self-directed IRA LLC, including a single member LLC and a partnership. Today's podcast / video will be on completing the W-9 for your solo 401k plan. So again, just want to encourage people, if you are interested in seeing what the form looks like, you probably want to watch this on YouTube. And you can just go to our YouTube channel at IRA Financial and you'll find the AdBits and you can click on it and you can watch it and you'll actually see me go through the form and go section by section. So thankfully, the W-9 form is very, very simple. Its main purpose is to provide the IRS confirmation that the owner of the account is a U.S. person. And why that's important is because if you are a U.S. person, you're not subject to backup withholding tax of 30%. So if someone from the Cayman Islands or someone that was opening an account without a U.S. tax treaty, like the Caymans, and there was income or dividends or interest, maybe not interest, but dividends, rental income, business income, there could be up to 30% withholding tax. Capital gains would be exempt. There may be other exemptions for interest, but generally that 30% withholding tax would apply. So it's not as important for those purposes with an IRA or 401k because clearly it's a U.S. retirement account, so clearly the party is a U.S. person. Why this W-9 form is important is because it's added proof that the owner of the account is a retirement account. So this way, if you have a brokerage account or a bank account with lots of income in it, or interest or dividends or royalties or rental income, the IRS knows from a W-9 that the owner is actually a retirement account. So you'll complete it on section 4, you'll see it in line 1, and that will trigger something so they know not to go looking for the income on your tax return. For the solo 401k, a little bit different than the LLC, right? If you have a checkbook control self-directed IRA, it's harder to know who owns that LLC, right? When you go fill out an account, the traditional institution will probably ask your beneficial owner, but they probably don't have anything internally in their systems to kind of get triggered on, hey, we should repress reporting, or we know the owner's retirement account. If it's a regular self-directed IRA or solo 401k, it's clear because the account's going to be open in the name of the IRA or 401k plan. So the institution's going to have obviously awareness that it's a retirement account. But with an LLC as the owner, where the IRA or the 401k is the owner of the LLC, but the LLC actually has title of the account, that's where I love doing the W-9. I actually tell clients, hey, just submit it, even if they don't ask for it, because you want them to have this on their records and have the IRS have it as well for purposes and proof that the owner, the beneficial owner of the account is a retirement account, and therefore there should be no tax on the income and gains associated with the account. Because the situation, the following situation, does come up from time to time, and you want to avoid it. And that is, hey, my IRA owns an LLC, ABC LLC. It has a brokerage account. Last year I sold, Tesla. I made $50K. And a year later, 2 years later, I get a letter from the IRS saying, hey, it seemed like you're the authorized rep of ABC LLC. Where's the $50K of income? Shouldn't you have reported on your 1040? And that's when I have to say, no, it's an IRA. And I can say, here's the W-9 form. Here's my operating agreement. Here's IRA Financial. They're the custodian. They will attest that the IRA is the owner of this LLC, which we do happily. It's not a problem. It never causes anything other than just some annoyance. But it's better to avoid that annoyance. Who wants to deal with the IRS if you don't have to? So let's talk about completing the W-9 form. If you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it right on your screen. If you're listening, I'm going to go line by line. So line 1 asks for the name of the entity individual. In this case, you're going to put the name of the trust. Okay, you're going to put ABC 401k plan or Adam Bergman, trustee of the ABC 401k plan. However, the tax ID number is issued, and you have the ability to kind of dictate how you want the plan to be named, although we'll give you some thoughts. Section 2, business name, disregard entity name. That's not going to be relevant, right? If you're opening an account in the name of your plan, you don't need to use line 2. Then in line 3, it's going to ask for check the appropriate box for federal tax classification. Here, you're going to have an other because you're not a sole proprietor, you're not a C Corp, an S Corp partnership or trust estate. You want to do other and you want to write 401k. Now, yes, 401k is technically a trust, but that's not what they're asking for. They're looking for taxable trusts. Here, you want to put 401k plan in other on the bottom of 3A. Then section 4, for the exempt payee code, you want to put a 1 to show that it's retirement account, and then an A for FACTA for foreign account reporting. And then line section of 5, you want to put if you want to put the address. So just put the address of your business because the 401k is not going to have its own address. And then you're going to put the tax ID number of the plan, not your social. Use the tax ID number of the plan, which we have given to you. So you just want to complete that, and then you just sign as a trustee. That's it. Okay, it's super, super simple. Really nothing to worry about. Now let's use the situation where you have a checkbook control. So you have an LLC that's owned by the solo 401k. If it's a single member LLC, meaning the solo 401k owns 100% of the LLC, line 1, you put the LLC name, the checkbook control entity, ABC LLC. Line 2, you put the name of the 401k. Okay, Adam Bergman, trustee of the XYZ 401k plan. 3A, you're going to put that it is a disregarded entity. So you can easily check other and put single member LLC, disregarded entity. That's something you can do as well. And then exempt pay code section 4, put 1 and A again. For 5, put the LLC address. Okay, and then you're going to put the tax ID number of the plan, not the LLC, because they're going to ask for the tax ID number of the disregarded entity owner, which is the 401k. So under employer identification number, use the tax ID number we gave you and then sign it and date it as a trustee, and you're good to go. So that's it. That's how easy it is. Again, the only difference is if you use an LLC, it's a disregarded entity. Line 1, put the name of the LLC. Line 2, where it says disregarded entity name. So you're going to put line 1, the name of the plan, line 2, the name of the LLC. If you just have a 401k, line 1 is the name of the plan, line 2, you can ignore. Again, disregarded entity, line 1, you're going to put the name of the plan, line 2, the name of the LLC. Under section 3, you're going to put other, you can put either the 401k, or you can just put single member LLC. Then section 4, 1 and A, put the address of the business in either case, and put in the tax ID number of the plan in both cases. Okay, if it's a single member LLC, or if you use your 401k, then just sign it as a trustee and date it and submit it. That's it. So that's really today's podcast. Remember, the W-9 helps you. Don't fight it. It's good. It's proof that the 401k owns it and not you. You don't want to be shown that you own this account. You don't want to report any of this income on your 1040 because you don't own the account. Your 401k owns it. And you're not your 401k. Your 401k is a tax-exempt trust. You want the income to be allocated to the tax-exempt trust so it's not subject to income tax. That's it. Again, suggest checking the podcast on the video feed on our YouTube channel for IRA Financial. Just think it's beneficial to check out the forum. You can also just Google the forum and kind of look at it while I'm going through it. Very simple. It's one page and there's like 4 questions. The ones that people get confused on is section 1, right? For the first line, you're going to put in both cases the name of the plan. If you have an LLC that's owned by the 401k, line 2, put the name of the LLC. Line 3, if it's just a plan, put the name of the plan. Excuse me, not the name, but other, and just check 401k plan. So you can do that in both cases, actually. You can put single member LLC, but you can also just put 401k in both cases since the 401k is the owner. And then the address, use the address of the business, and then use the tax ID number of the plan, not your business. Okay, you want to show that the beneficial owner is the 401k. That's the easiest approach. That's it for today. I hope you guys found the podcast informative and helpful. Please feel free to leave a thumbs up or a good review. The more reviews I get, the more this podcast will get seen and heard by more people, so more people can learn from it. That's the whole point of this. So have a great rest of your day. Hope your summer's going amazing, and I'll see everyone again next week. Thanks.